Strawberry or nut?
Oh my God.
Gen Alpha is cooked. Gen Alpha, man. Now, from what I've seen, everybody online has been saying Gen Alpha is doomed. And I agree, to a certain extent. With technology advancing at an exponential rate, and these tech giants improving their social media algorithms to itch closer at being able to read your mind, yeah, I honestly don't doubt that society in the near future is going to end up becoming a Blade Runner 2049-esque dystopian society. And don't even get me started on artificial intelligence, man. Wall-E was really cooking back in 2008. But anyways, let's just jump into the reasons why I think Gen Alpha and the generations that follow are cooked. First, let's talk about the main culprit causing all this pandemonium: iPads. Now, holy shit, dude, the rise of children getting iPads when they're literal fetuses is insane, and definitely cannot be healthy for the development of a child. It's just going to end up being a disaster if you expose your kids to the internet at such a young age, because they'll just get hooked to that shit like it's a drug. I've heard stories of people's parents taking away their kids' iPad, and they literally start squeaking and throwing a fit. And
And them soft parenting.
I heard a story where this kid was literally threatening their family just because his iPad was taken away. Like, what? That's actually insane. As a parent in this day and age, you gotta try your best to gatekeep the internet from your kids while they're younger, or else you'll end up
Have subjects being too strict. And no, like, between strict and soft parenting. No.
Creating one of these iPad scenes. When the time comes and I have a little... Like, what? That's actually insane. As a parent in this day and age, you gotta try your best to gatekeep the internet for your kids while they're younger, or else you'll end up creating one of these iPad scenes. When the time comes and I have a little stick boy myself, you bet your ass he is not getting no iPad, bro. I'm gonna give him an Etch-a-Sketch, a DS, and put him on all the old cartoons I used to watch. And my son is definitely gonna get their own phone in either middle school or high school. I refuse to raise a Coco Melon... or Skibbity Soldiers. Alright, next let's speak on short-form content. Now, ever since TikTok was created, short-form content has had a meteoric rise all over the internet. Like, shit.
Wait, what happens is... I'm not talking like... What the hell?
TikTok is literally the reason why we have shorts and reels. And real quick, guys, tell me why does fucking Amazon and Spotify have shorts? Like, huh? Am I gonna watch a short on Amazon for...
Wait, what? What? Oh my God.
I order of foldable chairs, and for Spotify, it just doesn't even make sense. It just plays snippets of songs in your playlist. Like, bro, I can just search up the song, like, what? Or, you know, maybe use the shuffle button on the playlist, and bam, there's literally no reason for that feature. Okay, side tangent over, but short-form content really just messed up all of our attention spans. Like, I find it so hard to stay focused on my work a lot of the times, because I just have a sudden urge to grab my phone and watch TikToks or IG Reels. Like, it's bad to the point where I literally have to throw my phone on my bed to stop myself from entering the short-form content spiral, because then I'll be too lazy to get up and go grab it. I don't even have the patience I once had to watch longer-form content like movies, YouTube videos, shows, because my brain is actually just cooked. And reading, well, I was never really a big reader. Like, if there weren't pictures in a book, I would not fucking read that shit. But I read manga like once in a blue moon, and dude, I can't even keep my attention to read them. And they barely even have text compared to a whole novel. Like, Haikyuu is actually over for me, no joke. And I know for a fact barely anyone in Gen Alpha be hitting up the books as well. I can't even imagine what it's like growing up now and having YouTube Shorts, YouTube Kids, IG Reels, and TikTok fully accessible at the fingertips for Gen Alpha. Like, their attention spans will deadass be in the milliseconds, I swear. Now we gotta speak on brain rot. Now, brain rot has been all over the place. Like, you cannot escape it no matter how much you try. It will always find a way to creep into your life, whether you like it or not. And guys, I have a confession to make. I fuck with brain rot, man. My humor is so broken to the point where I'm able to laugh at basically anything that's stupid as hell. Now, let's just talk about some of the brain rot we consume, starting off with Skibbity Toilet. Now, I don't watch Skibbity Toilet. I'm not fucking 5. But I do mess the movement and just how stupid it is. Like, what do you know about the Skibbity Toilet song? Like, that shit is heat. But these kids that actually watch Skibidi Toilets, they're low-key cooked. Like, you really got kids praying to the Skibidi gods, bro. Then we got the Reddit text-to-speech TikToks that also include a clip of gameplay, or some random dude washing carpets. Like, is our attention span that cooked to the point where we can't even sit and watch a short clip without the need of something to stimulate our mind? Like, watch. Movie theaters thought to include extra screens playing Subway Surfers or Minecraft Parkour just to keep your attention span while watching the movie. And then you got the slang brain rot, like Ohio, Skibidi, Riz, Edge, Phantom Tax, Sigma. Gap, Baby Grong, Isenat, Duke Dennis, Gus, Ewing, Rooks Maxing, Turkish Quandale, TikTok Riz Party, Moggy, and the list goes on. Now, man, I mess with this on the low because it's just absurdly dumb, but it can get really annoying at times. Like, I can only sit through so many of these brain rot TikToks till I lose my mind and go into a state of delirium. Can't lie, though, I really do fuck with, what the Sigma? Heavy. But hey, again, Loki, the brain rot song some people hook up, hit sometimes. And you wanna know what I like more than rizzing up gas in Ohio with Duke Dennis? Gamer subs. Yes, I'm partying up with Gamer subs, and you may be wondering, what is Gamer subs? Well, I'm glad you asked. Gamer subs is an energy formula that will provide you with long-lasting energy as you're doing activities such as gaming with the boys, last-minute cramming for an exam at school, or the activities that I specifically use it for, staying up till 6 a.m. editing a video until the sun rises and the birds start chirping. And the reason why I prefer to use Gamer subs rather than other beverages is because it's a fraction of the cost of canned energy.
And location sharing. With Life 360, we have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code.
Canned energy drinks or soda. As the person who's always looking for deals on products, this is a meal. Gamer subs also makes their products as healthy as possible as they are keto-friendly, contain zero sugar, no fillers or additives, contain 5 important vitamins and minerals in the formula, and has less than 1 calorie. My personal favorite being lean, so I could be like Lucky and Can. And if you like the seasonal flavor but don't want the caffeine effects, they also have caffeine-free options to choose from. If you want to try out Gamer subs for yourself, use my promo code LONEY at checkout and get yourself a tub, waifu cup, and some stuff snacks. You can even get 3 free samples shipped to your house completely free. Thank you to Gamer subs for sponsoring today's video. Now back to the video. Now we gotta talk about the internet. Now being a part of Gen Z, we grew up around the time where the internet was picking up steam and slowly becoming more integrated into our society. Like, what do you guys know about the YouTube layout looking like this? Yeah, I bet you guys don't know about that 5-star rating system. And what you know about the video player actually showing where in the video the ads play. The snake game while the video was buffering. Like, y'all don't know about that. Only OGs do.
I had an OG!
But anyways, enough of me flexing my unk status. Speaking about Gen Alpha now. They are growing up in an era where the internet is fully established and integrated in nearly every aspect of our lives. Like, we use our phones to pay for things, communicate with each other, and for entertainment purposes. And with all that comes with addiction, aka being chronically online. Now, I know most of Gen Alpha out here are iPad fiends, glued to their iPads 24/7 watching Coco Melon on YouTube Kids, and rotting their brains on YouTube Shorts and TikTok. Bro, just wait till these kids find out about League of Legends. But anyways, the problem that's been on the uptrend is that people are not going outside and aren't socializing, which is causing this loneliness epidemic because a lot of people in my generation were basically raised by the internet, and we became heavily addicted to it over time. If I could track the amount of time that I've spent on the internet over my entire lifetime, let's just say I wouldn't even want to look at it. Ignorance is a bliss, you know? And I know from personal experience how the internet has affected the way I behave in social settings, because don't get me wrong, I love spending time outside, but I also enjoy indulging in spending 8 hours on the computer alone in my room. So I just know kids growing up in this day and age where the internet is so easily accessible and way more addictive are
that was a good show. And it was just
uncooked. Like, at least people in Gen Z would go outside way more often when we were younger. Like, kids nowadays be getting iPhone 15s when they're like 5. Like, bro, these kids are developing their internet addiction way too early. A motherfucker like me got my first phone in grade 10, which was an iPhone 6S. Like, that's just not okay. How are you letting a toddler own and use a device that costs like nearly $2 bands? Parents actually need to start spending time with their kids and raising them instead of letting Skibbity Toilet do all the parenting. Now we gotta talk about school. Now, a lot of teachers on TikTok have been complaining about the behavior of Gen Alpha in school. Like how a lot of kids nowadays don't listen to their teachers and are very rude, how they do out-of-pocket shit in class, and how they're very behind in their learning. I'll just let the teachers explain this one.
This is my folder of crime teachers, and they're confused and frightened by the behavior of Gen Alpha. They're saying Gen Alpha is defiant, aggressive, disrespectful, and rude. Having to teach and work with you guys as children has been the most traumatic experience of my life. I'm gonna just say this. I teach 7th grade, and I still perform on the 4th grade level.
Yeah, this has become a real issue among schools, and in my personal experience in school, it has never been this bad. I've read a statistic online that said 65% of children in the 4th grade weren't meeting reading expectations. Now, I don't know how legit this source is, because it sounds pretty outlandish, but yo, when I was in the 4th grade, I was able to read pretty good. So there's definitely an issue here. And to address Gen Alpha's behavior, obviously in every school, there will be kids that create problems and whatever. But when I was in school, majority of the time, things were chill. Like, you just sit in class and take your notes and do your work. Like, I was not actively trying to beef with any of my teachers and make their days a living nightmare. They already deal with enough managing multiple classes of students a day. I was just trying to plug my way through the day so I could go home and relax. And we could blame this on the pandemic for stunting the growth of many students academic-wise, because everyone was cheating during online school and not learning shit.
And some people just not, just for the heat.
So the behavior part, that just depends on how they were raised. Like, these millennial parents are doing the worst job at raising Gen Alpha, it seems. And we as Zoomers gotta take note and learn from the mistakes of the millennials, like never giving our kids iPads so we don't raise kids like that. Now, just some final thoughts. Do I actually think Gen Alpha is doomed? Nah. I don't think they are doomed. I just...
Buddy. No.
I think it's all part of the generational cycle of the older generations all dogpiling on the newer generations. But they're definitely cooked for sure. Sauteed even. Baked. Like, brain rot has been around for so long. Like, I was consuming brain rot back in the day too. What you know about peanut butter jelly time, the MLG edits, the Harlem Shake, Nyan Cat, Rick Roll, Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life.
I love Shrek.
Okay, maybe you don't want to know about that one. But the point is, brain rot isn't a new thing, and honestly...
What? Let's see the card. Good iPad. Also, parents want to my kid on the iPad. 9% can't suppose to oh, alright. Five Gen Alphas and done it. Wait.
Come on, at one point in our lives, we were just like the Skibbity Toilet kids. But replace Skibbity Toilet with the Proboscis Diamond Sword song.
Do you like my sword, my diamond sword, you can sword.
We should be more concerned about Gen Alpha's behavior in schools, their internet usage, and parents, because that's what's going to have a huge influence on their development as they grow older. So, parents out there, do a better job, man. Alright, well, let me know your thoughts about Gen Alpha in the comments below, and follow my socials. Anyways, I'm out. Bye!
June, Saturday, yeah. Be sure to watch this video. And if you get, make sure to like and subscribe, and see you in the next video.